do you really know yourself?
That's a great question. Doctor of self-worth. It's hard for people to say that they have self-worth if they don't know who they are, if they haven't done the work to get to know themselves. I feel like a lot of people on this journey lose sight of who they really are. They don't do a regular audit. They don't do an inventory check of their own habits, personality, traits, and thoughts. They don't even check their own ego. And they end up being who they think the world needs them to be. Whether it's a hat of a mom, dad, brother, sister, friend, worker, boss, they start to embody this and they lose sight of what makes them unique, of who they are, what their personal goals are, the things that bring them joy, the things that fuel their fires. So if you want to be worth more, you have to be your biggest cheerleader. You need an army of supporters. And if you're not taking the time to get to know yourself, to support yourself, to explore yourself and your evolutions, because you were probably different when you were 1 year old than you were 5. At 10 and 15 years old, you were probably completely different versions of yourself. At 20, 25, 45, 65, all of that is a different timeline in your life. And if you look back, you probably had a different version of who you were at that point in your life. And you're going to keep evolving, whether or not you plan to or fail to plan. What do you think, sir?
That's very profound as you have laid it out. I do have two approaches for most people who are coming to see me. And one is that the big question, who are you becoming? Which is really about your journey and where do you want to be? Who are you? Who do you need to become to then have the results that you might be looking for? So it's from point A to point B, and then make that jump and transform yourself. It will probably need a community, which you have here. It's called the No More 9 to 5s. and what you will need, probably a mentor or a coach. The other approach, which I traditionally take most of the time when people show up at my door, is they are finding out their limitations because they are struggling with something. So it's again the work, what you mentioned, Jason, rightly so, is the work to let go, is letting go other programming, family, whoever has planted seeds of limitations into your mind. And it could have been you. You could have been translated what happened in your life, and the journey back to your kind of best version and arriving into the present. And you will see how much different that's gonna feel when you are not, no one can push your buttons. Anything else, Jason, to add?
So much. I wish we had more time and we can continue discussing this in the communities for everybody watching this. Join us on this self-discovery journey, on this shadow work journey of you evolving into your best self. It's very possible to run into roadblocks, limiting beliefs from your past that get in your way. And you don't fail if you don't quit. However, if you find those roadblocks defeating, you probably need help. And having an experienced coach like Andre can help, right? Having a community, a peer of trusted advisors, of people who cheer you on can help you learn how to cheer your best self on. So I learned from an early on stage in my life as an only child growing up who wanted to accomplish all the things I wanted to accomplish, that I'm not afraid to ask for help. And I'm willing to put my hand up and receive the abundance of the universe. So if you're watching this right now, put your hand up. If you're looking to get better, if you're looking to evolve faster, give us a like, comment, and share. And I hope to see you on the inside. Andre, it's always a pleasure.
Thanks, Jason. Just one point. 20 years younger version of me said that that's okay, I will work harder. Please don't do that. It's not about hard work. It's not even about you trying to figure this out on your own, because you could lose a few years if you're lucky, decades, 2 decades for me. That this type of ego of I'm going to sort it out myself, and I was not able to ask for help, has cost me dearly. Money, relationships, business, time, and I aged. So yes, join us, follow us, comment, and get engaged, because you want to be at the place where transformations happen. See you soon.